Hello and welcome to HobbyKing.com. My name's Stuart and we're here actually at the Venlo Jupiter Club. As you see behind me there, and you see the model, and you see the pilot sitting down. I'm going to explain all that in just a minute. So a little bit of a different promo official flight review of this new model from HobbyKing. That's because our cameraman can't be here today and we're at a guest location right down on the border of Germany. Germany is in fact just behind those bushes there. And for those history buffs out there, this is the old Luftwaffe airfield here in Venlo. Interesting fact, it was crossed between the borders, which is kind of cool. So you'd take off in the Netherlands and you'd land in Germany, as it were. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. What we're here to talk about is this beautiful model that you see here. This is the HobbyKing Sports Hawk. Now, cast your mind back to earlier in the year, in the spring, we teased this at the Pro Wings event in Germany, again, just over there. So we're calling this the Sports Hawk. It's a sports scale model of the Hawk, and it comes in this fantasy sports scheme. And I'll get on to more details about that in just a minute. As you can see, it's beautiful finish as it is, and size, it's very impressive. This is a 12S setup on this, so it's a 105, anything from a 105 to 110 mil fan, and I'll give you some close-ups in a minute to give you a look inside. But here's a good view of the overall model, and what we're going to do, we're going to take it out with Frank there, one of our team pilots. Say hi, Frank. It's my son Silas. I'm sure he'd like to give a wave as well. It's family day out here today. Hobby's all about family and friends, and this is exactly what we're doing today. So we're going to give you a flight demonstration here at the Venlo Club. Now, it's a little bit grey, but actually it's got LEDs on. It comes as standard with LEDs, so you should see it really, really well, and of course in this striking scheme. Now, let's go a little more into the detail. So yes, it's for 105 to 110 mil. It is for two 6S packs. We're rocking the HD 6200 packs in 12S configuration. You would run anything from a 130 to a 160 amp. We've got the 160 Aerostar in this one, and it comes as ARF plus. What that means is it comes built out the box. You get the servos pre-installed, you get the retracts pre-installed with these very nice metal oleos. There's electric retracts, of course. You will need to add an EDF system, and you'll need to add an ESC, and of course your batteries. So let's get a closer look at the model. Now keep in mind, this is a early sample. So I had this initially, I've been test flying it, and then Frank over there took it out after Pro Wings. He's been touring around all the German events flying this. So it's a little worse for wear now, but what you will get out the box is the model finished in this paint scheme, but without the stickers applied. Now we've used this is a fantasy scheme, but it's a very cool looking one. I think you'd call it like a Formula One type scheme. And we've provided our own brand's markings for you to apply to the model, but out of the box it comes with no stickers applied, so you can put other brands on there if you wish, or you can completely repaint it, which is actually something that Frank's going to do once we're finished here. He's going to do a really cool scheme. So looking around the model, let's see what we've got here. So it has the wing fences included. You need to glue those on. LEDs pre-installed. The wing panels just slide on. There's a quick connector in there, and it's just two wing bolts on either side. The towel is just a screw-on affair, so it slides off here. You can see the metal joiner. There is a very substantial servo here driving a bell crank to both those elevator halves, so these can be removed easily for storage. The the vertical stab itself just screws on there, so you can even take that off for transport. And now I'm gonna give you a closer look inside the model. Should we start with the front?
Let's start with the canopy.
So we've got a sprung latch system there, and this is the innards here. What you see at the front here, this is the receiver pack. We're using YEP Beck. And then going backwards, obviously you've got Frank's receiver system. This is the control system for the retracts that will be included. He's got some telemetry stuff in there as well. But these are our HD packs. You can see them in there. Comes with the Velcro straps, comes with this nice tray for you to put everything on. Here's the ESC, that's the Aeroside we've chosen to use. There is a plate in there as well. And back there you see the JP 105mm 12S motor. That is the motor. We will be selling this EDF for the model. but you can put well, Wemetex in there, or anything around that size, right?
100, 110, jet fan, whatever.
It's pretty much made as an ARF Plus. It's made so you've got some options there, but we're just going with the JP because we liked it and it fitted in well. There will be 3D printed parts available and supplied for the JP and other units as well. You can make them if you 3D print yourself. So that's the hatch.
Here's also something that might be interesting, since it comes with two.
That's right, the what do you call them?
here.
Pilot bays.
So it comes without a pilot, but it's quite easy to put one in.
It is, absolutely. So if you want to do that, you can furnish that with a pilot and even put more details in, because as it is, it has basic cockpit details, as you can see there, but you can really go nuts with that if you wish. I know, Frank, you like really going to town on the
Yes, I'll
details.
make a nice printed one.
Because you, I explained to them, you will do your own custom scheme on this, I think, once we're finished today, right?
Yes.
And then you'll see it in a whole new light. So let's move a little further back. LEDs on the fuselage as well, and if we take this hatch off, this is the access hatch to both the fan and the ESC there. Now there is a cheater vent in the bottom there, but it's barely noticeable and it performs well with it. This is the JP fan, as you see. It comes without it, of course. You need to provide your own. These are the 3D printed parts that I mentioned. They will be provided for the JP fan, and you can print other ones for other types of fans. Now of course it's a full house, so it has ailerons, elevator, rudder, flaps, as sequence gear doors, and as the retracts. Now I think we'll turn it over and give them a look on the underside now. And open. Okay, so there we are, turned over. Nice white canvas on the bottom. Again, you can go nuts and put whatever you want on the bottom because it comes ARF Plus with just the plain supplied. Now, you will see some tape over some of the servo lines. Don't worry about that. This is a pre-production sample, as I said, so yours will of course come with the right coloured tape and glorious, but you do get a good...
Careful there.
There we go, a little blooper there, I just slipped on the wet grass, but we'll continue. You do get the electronic retracts, all metal retracts, pre-installed, and the struts as well. It's got lightweight wheels on it, and I will say this nose strut here, we have changed this. You will get a shorter strut and a bigger wheel, so it's more scale-like, I guess you could say. And then of course you've got an LED on the bottom. Whilst it's upside down, I will show you the screws. There's two screws. You can easily remove the horizontal stab. Now if we turn it back around and put it back, oh there you go, you see the servos there, they'll be pre-installed as well. There we go, putting it down, you can see there it's quite a, that's it, you're good. Quite a sizable model. We'll do some cutaways as well for you guys to see. But there it is with the hatches off. And of course there's a very, very nice LED at the front there where that Scalpedo tube is. So what we're going to do now, we'll get it out there and we'll give you a flight demonstration of the new HobbyKing Sports Hawk 105mm EDF. It's a big EDF for us, and it's the first time we've done an EDF at this format in this size, so we're very excited. It will be limited availability initially, but in all warehouses, and well, there's nothing else to do really but to get out there and give you a flight demonstration now of the Hawk. Okay, so here we are. We have the Hawk out on the strip. It's a bit wet, it's grass, and there is practically zero wind. You also notice this black thing on top. We've got a camera on top just to give you an onboard view. Again, I am acting as cameraman for this video. Our regular cameraman, a far better cameraman, Idris, can't be here, so apologies in advance. But you know, I've got some experience of this, so we should be just fine. Frank's going to take it through its paces, and I'm going to now walk over here to join him, and we'll give you a demonstration. Okay, so it does have the day bright LEDs, and they're really earning their worth on a day like today. But so if you're ready, we'll take off. Okay, here we go. HobbyKing Sports Hawk 105mm taking off. Nice power as it goes out. Easily rotates there. How did that feel, Frank?
Good.
Alright, he's just getting settled into it. Whilst he gets the gear up, I'll go wide. Yeah, rather grey, so we need to keep it as low as possible, Frank, to get the colour coming out. Gear doors just sequencing up there. How is it with the camera on?
It's a bit heavier, but it's okay.
Okay. Here we go. Yeah. Sounds lovely. Now you're about half power now, are you?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
It's, 55 amps now.
Okay. Yeah, if you keep it about that height, that should be good for the camera. It's a little dark on the sky there. Probably cut to a lot of the onboard here, so Frank's going to turn it in and do a full power pass.
I will do that, turn in.
This is 12S of course on the HD 6200 Turnigy packs. Here we go. Nice, and look at the vertical there as he comes up. Climbing away, lovely. Now, whilst it's climbing away, it's a good moment to tell you about the weight of this thing. Now, this is 1500mm span, but it's coming in at just a fraction over 7 kilos. Now, there is a similar sized T45 on the market, and similar sized models are coming in at around 7.5, so it's a good 500 grams lighter than anything else on the market, and that really translates to a much better flying experience and longer flight times. And there goes Frank's going around the side there. Right, Frank, I'll leave it up to you to do as you wish.
Okay, let's do a low pass.
Okay. Now again, we will be cutting to a lot of the onboard, I'm sure, because
Power off, full flaps.
full flaps now. Power off. Look at the LED there. So this is flaps on, is it? Look at that.
Full flaps. No power.
Oh, nice and stable. Look at the LEDs. Flying power. Away she goes.
Takeoff flap.
Flaps off now, are they?
Flaps up now.
Okay.
I'm coming in for fast pass from the left.
Pass from the left to the right. Here we go. Look at that. Look at that profile. Look at those colors. Look at the light. Here we go. Oh, and a lovely swooshing sound. There goes climbing up. Sure, we'll cut to the onboard now because it's just a dot in the sky for me. And it's very grey and it's quite a low cloud base, but again, those LEDs and that colour scheme really standing out well. Let's get a pass here. Nice and slow. Look at that. Look how well it slows down. Do you want to throw in some aerobatics there, Frank?
Okay.
Now, of course, we're not pushing it to the absolute extremes, but it will do all kinds of manoeuvres, but very, very gracefully. So, what are we, inverted now, are we? Where are you? There you are. Right side up. LEDs helping there. Lovely roll there. Nice and crisp. It feels good on the controls, yes?
It does.
And maybe bring it around into wind once you finish this manoeuvre. And do another loop into wind, I think. A little lower. There we go. Look at that profile. I love this sports scheme. Of course, ARF Plus, you can paint it however you wish if you're into that kind of thing. But out of the box with this scheme, it really, really pops. Alright, so Frank's going to come around for a loop in centre. Give you an idea of the power and performance. Up she goes. As wide as I can be now. Just a little dot on my camera, but we'll have the onboard as well, as I mentioned. Lovely out of that. Alright, should we just take it around and just show people the stall, Frank?
Yep.
Always nice to show people what they're getting in that regard. Hawk through and through with that shape, lovely. Of course, the Hawk, the real one, was a trainer, advanced trainer, and in that respect, it doesn't really have any bad habits, as you'll see. Talk us through the stall here, Frank, as you go into it.
Cutting throttle.
Okay.
And full up elevator.
This is full up now, and just a gentle.
Still full up elevator, and then she goes into.
There we go. Easily recovered. So you really induced the stall there, but that was full up and at a standstill. Nicely recovered too. Very, very good. Right, I'll leave it up for you now, Frank. Maybe a Farnborough pass or something like that. On these packs, you're getting around 4 minutes or so. Is that correct?
We are already at 4:10.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's do a gear pass.
Oh, okay, that's a good idea. All right. Now, of course, you can fit bigger packs, anything up to a 7,000 in this for even longer flight times. Here we go. Where is it? Where's the focus? Okay, there she is. Half lap gear pass. Camera on top, but look at that. Beautiful. Now, of course, it's got a little more drag with that camera on. So So you'll see a little bit more sprightly performance in general when you are not flying with the camera. Gears staying down, is it? Coming in for a landing? Okay, we're being conservative on the flight times, which is good because this is the only one we have right now. We've got to make sure we don't have any silly accidents with it. And with that, no pressure, Frank. Here comes the landing. Listen to the sound. Look at how good it looks. Look at that. And this is on grass, remember. No brakes, light wheels. Very, very nice. Let's get a little bit of the ground handling there as it comes in. That was a lovely flight, lovely landing.
Quite easy, even on this damp grass.
Yep, bumpy damp grass, the oleos are working.
Absolutely no problem.
This is the smaller nose gear, you'll get a bigger one in production. Listen to that sound. Very, very nice. Well, sir, thank you very much. You enjoy the model?
I love it.
And what scheme do you think you'll do when you customize it?
Many people might think it's been beaten to death, but a Hawk, in my opinion, has to be a red arrows.
Well, yeah, as a Brit behind the camera, I would probably agree with you there. But that's the idea. That's the point. You've got out the box a stunning fantasy scheme, because we are calling this the Sports Hawk. But you can, of course, go nuts and make it whatever you wish. So that about wraps up the flight review for the HobbyKing Sports Hawk. 105mm fan size, or up to 110, 12S setup, and that's 1500mm span, ARF plus, and it's going to be in almost all the warehouses, I believe, at some point very, very soon. Limited supply initially, but then as we get rolling, we'll get more stock in, and it's going to be very competitively priced too. We'll have stock of the ESC, and we'll have some stock of the JP unit if you want to get that. So we're going to get a bit more flying done now, and Frank's ready to go already. So thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment, and we hope you enjoy the Sports Hawk. Goodbye.